Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. We're going to try to cover as much as we can. This video is for trading on Monday, February the 8th, 2016. Looking at an intraday chart, here's a real-time chart of the sugar market. I'm going to try to go through some of the ones we don't normally cover, just to get an overall gist of what the markets are doing. All right, you can see here that in the sugar we got to a low of 10.13. Market was able to break through the resistance, get through the key resistance, get through the Kumo cloud, and now trying to establish a bull market, a new bull run. We need to see if prices can get outside of the Kumo cloud here and break back up above it again. The key close for the week to put in a short-term bottom and suggest the pullback is over would be a close here above 1439 for the week. It's looking like the market wants to try to do something here, but it's hard to say what. We could easily cross back down here, and then this would turn on the spigot and just flow selling orders, pushing the market back down again. So we'll see. The softs are they're pretty radical. They could do pretty much anything they want to do. So we'll see where they go from here. All right, taking a look now at coffee. As you can see, coffee not doing so much either. Just a straight line. It's almost like a flat line. Nothing going on here. No momentum either way, long or short. Just trading along the bottom of the Kumo cloud with no end in sight. I just don't see a play here in the coffee market. All right, let's take a look at lumber. Not a lot of data showing up on the lumber. Just trading within its long-term range, 220, 209. Nothing going on there either. Don't even know why I even bother to pull that one up. All right, let's look at feeder cattle. Feeder cattle is a good trender. It trends a little bit better than the live cattle. All right, downward spiral here, coming off of a rally, headed back down again, looking to break through support. I would say that the 152.75 is in play for this week on the downside, and then the market will probably break through 143.20 sometime within the next couple of weeks, as this market's in a nice, well-established downtrend. All right, move in. Let's take a look at the let's see. All right, here is orange juice. Choppy, still above the Kumo cloud. Still trying to maintain a semblance of a bull market. Market's going to need to get back and at least close above 146.90 this week to put in a short-term bottom and build up enough momentum to crash through and close above 153.59. All right, that's where your weekly resistance is going to be in this market. All right, taking a look now at cocoa, the wild and crazy cocoa. Cocoa trades like the S&P 500. It's just the weird hours that it trades. Most people are not awake; they're sleeping. Here the market's trying to put in a short-term bottom to build up enough of a base to get above this blue line resistance of 28.63. Next resistance is at 30.54. All right, market is coming down below this long-term trend line, which is acting as resistance now. The market is actually trying to establish a new downtrend now in a bear market as you're trading below the Kumo cloud. So you have key support at 27.31 and key resistance right now in the short term is 28.63. Unless the market can get above its long-term target of 32.26, which is back up here, that's going to be needed to put in a short-term bottom and start moving up higher again. And I just don't see that happening. Not this week. So anyway, anything's possible. We'll see. But right now, it looks like downward momentum is starting to pick up a little steam, even though we're moving sideways like this. Behind the scenes, downward momentum is picking up. This is now crossed below this orange line here, so that's not good. That's not good at all. It's looking like this market's going to really sell off and crash and get back down to like 19 in the short term. So that's what I'm looking at in the cocoa. All right, let's take a look at something else here. Take a look at Apple Computer. All right, Apple Computer, not good. We are now in the beginning stages of a bear market, as you can see. The purple line is below the orange line now. Blue line below that line. Yeah, all three lines are below the Kumo cloud. It's bearish. At 94.02 is where we closed Friday. So I see this market is in trouble. The $92 support, key support, is in play for this week, and I believe that we will probably close below that by Friday. So it's not looking good at all for Apple Computer. We're building momentum to the downside, and I don't see the sell-off stopping anytime soon. Taking a look at Google. Not looking good. Look at this. Downward momentum picking up. Still in a bullish market, but it looks like it wants to come and test this 647.19 trend line support. Don't want to see that taken out this week if we're going to stay bullish. All right. You can say that we're just testing it and then we're going to bounce again. That's possible. We do have a key support also before you get there at 673.26. Technically speaking, you don't want to see 673.26 taken out. If you can stay above that, then that means the 647 trend line support should stay intact. And that's where we are right now in the Google. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold right now is looking very strong, very powerful, just like last week's video when I warned excuse me, that we were headed up toward the $1,200 mark. That's the key resistance that will get us outside of the Kumo cloud, or close above that this week, and I do foresee a close above the $1,200 mark in the gold, establishing the next leg up for the breakout to 1250. So that's where we are in the gold. Support for this week's move should be the 1144 trend line, this orange line right here. Don't want to see prices below break below 1144. As long as we can stay above that, we should build enough momentum to continue to push higher. Likewise in the silver. Alright, silver just like last week's chart as well. Pushing up here. Building more momentum to get through this orange trend line here of 1542. Should be able to close above that, and actually I'd like to see a close inside the Kumo cloud. That'll give us the momentum we need to push out above this $17 mark. If we can push out of $17 by Friday, that would really give us a lot of power going forward to get this market back up toward $20. So that's what we're looking at right now. Key support for this week is 1454. You don't want to see any breaks below 1454 in the silver. All right, moving along, looking at crude oil. All right, crude oil is in a well-established downtrend. 27.57.5 is in play on the downside for this week. Right now, you are trading at your intraday resistance of 31.88. That is intraday resistance, and you have some key resistance for this week at 37.18. So sellers have just been beating this market down, and I see them piling on. By Friday, we should be able to take out 27.57.5 and head back down toward the $26 handle, and I think even 25.95 should be in play this week by Friday in the crude oil. Taking a look now at the Dow. The Dow is the only index right now that has not hit its weekly trigger. It's well within. I think the trigger is around 15,846 or something like that. Once that's hit, then that's all she wrote. This market should be able to take out 15,500 this week and close well below it, as the bear market is gaining downside momentum. Resistance for this week is at 16,741, which is right here. And support, the first support is at 15,640, and then 15,365 respectively. So that's where we are here. Last but not least, let's look at the dollar. The dollar got smoked last week, but keep in mind the dollar is still in a nice established bull market. It's going to be looked at as a healthy pullback. Right here, this 95.86 is trendline support for the move. We could touch it like we did before and still take off like a rocket. Resistance right now for this week is at 98.02, and as long as the market can stay above the 95.86, then we should be good to go. And I see the orange line over the next couple weeks breaking outside of the cumulus cloud and turning up, as all three trend lines should be doing this week. Another key resistance for the week is par 50. So 150 is the resistance, which is right here. Okay? And that's what you see right here. All right? Every time we hit par, the market seems just to lose all hope and fall down. So hopefully we can get above that and build something here. All right, so remember, be encouraged. Last week was dreadful for all the volatility, but I think this week will be a little bit more smooth trending, as markets now have pretty much decided where it is they're headed, and they're moving in that direction. So remember, be encouraged. Remember, take what you can, give nothing back.